Closed captioning is brought to you by Cable's Eyewear Retainer. Lightweight, comfortable, adjustable, and waterproof.
When it comes to choosing crankbaits for walleye fishing, not all crankbaits will work. I find you have to have the right action from a crankbait, and it has to have the right diving depth. When you're fishing around weeds, if you're fishing around weed lines, you can use a crankbait that will dive down to 10, 12 feet. If you're fishing right in the weeds, you may not want it to go down past 5 to 7 feet. Very important that you don't get any weeds on your crankbait, because as soon as you do, it kills the action. I find that crankbaits that have a nice wobble like this from side to side and a lazy side to side action work best. I also find that you don't have to really crank retrieve it like you might for bass when you're fishing over a rocky bottom. You want a nice, lazy side to side retrieve. To achieve that, it helps to use a little bit stiffer rod and use a braided line. That way, even if you hit a weed, you can actually rip the line right through the weeds, and then you'll see the weeds come up to the surface. And a lot of times, after you cut a weed, you'll get a fish to hit. Cheryl, they're getting bigger, look.
Wow, look at that.
Nice walleye. Hopefully he's not gonna, head shakes. Okay, Cheryl.
Get the...
Man, this is number 4. If you can grab the net, that would be awesome.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
Most people wouldn't fish in the middle of the day. You're doing great, Cheryl. If you fall in, I'll just grab your top. It's really strong, right? It's not gonna rip off.
Right.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try getting him out, but I don't know if one of the hooks is gonna get stuck in the net. Look, just one. So let's see here. They have been pretty aggressive because the primary hookup is the front hook. So that tells me that when it felt the crankbait, it went for the head. A lot of times when they're hooked just on the back hook, it means kind of like they're not really aggressive. So this guy hit really well. You're gonna be treating a lot of people, Cheryl.